Hello North Andover, I'm your host Gabrielle Griffiths, and it's time for the latest edition of your North Andover Journal. The Merrimack Valley Black and Brown Voices hosted their Celebrate Diversity Month Spring Market Fair on Sunday, April 10th at the North Andover Youth Center. The day featured a beautiful arrangement of items ranging from handcrafted soaps, jewelry, paintings, and more. Let's check out all the fun.
We have our first spring market of the season. We have vendors from all over. This market was dedicated to diversity, so all of our vendors are from various backgrounds, and we're super excited to celebrate them and to celebrate the diversity that's found in Merrimack Valley. So Merrimack Valley Black and Brown Voices, we founded as a way to support the BIPOC community because Mayar and I both grew up here, and then our co-founder Bria, she moved here, and we all just noticed a lack of support for the BIPOC community, and there's a lot of us that live here, and we really just wanted people to be able to connect and meet and network and just everything that we could do possibly to uplift the voices that are here in the Merrimack Valley. We have some really cool vendors. We have some of our staple vendors that have been at so many markets. We have Henry, who does photography, Kelly, who makes vegan soaps and skincare, and we have a couple new vendors. We have jewelry made from plants. We have a henna worker today. We have a lot of really cool, fun vendors at this market.
We do an annual spring market, and this is the first one that we're having outdoor. We are Celebrate Diversity Month for the month of April. So all of our vendors here have a variety of different backgrounds, and we want to support all of their businesses and the diversity that they bring to our community. We support businesses of color, families, students in any ways that we can. Our markets are really popular to bring to the community. We do funds to support families in need, and we also have our free store at our office space that we're opening up this May. If you can't come to our market today, we have our next market next month on May 22nd here in North Andover, right on the Common. And for that, we will be honoring Mental Health Awareness Month. And so all of our vendors will be talking about how their business gives back to the mental health of our community.
We're looking to make change in our world one person at a time and help shift the culture in all of our spaces. And one of the ways that I do that is through art. So I'm able to produce art and help people kind of understand my culture, my history, my beliefs through the pieces that I create. And being a part of the Merrimack Valley Black and Brown Voices Market has been transformational for me. It has helped awaken a sense of love for what I do and who I am, and just invited me into a community of really loving and powerful vendors that really make intentional steps to have community feel, where you walk in here and it feels like family and it feels like home. And it's just been a blessing to be able to be here and express that with everyone.
I started with like bead jewelry, but I felt like I wanted to create like my own like beads or my own patterns with my own colors. So I started working with polymer clay in 2019 with jewelry. Now I make like magnets, home decor, wall art. This vending opportunities have helped me like with my anxiety, first of all, because it helped me like talk to other people and just like do it as a daily basis, but other like communicating with my local other businesses, local artists, and I have made actually friends, especially here that I like met like Leah like from Lujo Skiing, and Yara and Elizabeth are really great. And Merrimack Valley will do another event on May 22nd that I will be vending as well with other people. I just want to encourage everybody to just like support us. You don't have to be a vendor, or you don't have to like know somebody from here just to come and see the community that is around you. Sometimes you don't know how many artists and businesses you have around yourself. Instead of going to Walmart or Target, you can come here and then help us bring it back to the community.
Merchant of the Month is back. Amy LaMarche from the North Andover Merchants Association headed down to North Andover's USA Ninja Gym. She sat down with the director, Amy Harley, who shared with us all the ins and outs of the gym and how you can become a ninja yourself.
her business is our featured Merchant of the Month for the North Andover Merchant Association. So I'm asking her to tell us a little bit about how she got started and what it's all about, and we're going to be showing some video of the kids doing their thing.
Thank you. We are part of a national franchise, so that's how I got started. I was looking for a business that I thought would be a lot of fun in our town, and this one definitely fit the bill. With 3 young kids of my own, I decided that this was something we definitely needed, and good place to gain fitness and everything from development in core strength and agility, flexibility, and then we can bring the levels all the way up to the competition level, which is some of the kids we'll see later today.
It's excellent that we have this recreation here in North Andover, 27 Charles Street, and it's open all year round.
Yeah, we run classes year round, mostly after school hours for kids, and we have little ones as little as 2.5 years old that we do parent-child classes with, and then our classes without the parents start at age 4 and they go right up to we can technically go to 17, we cap out about 14 or 15 years old for most of our kids.
How long have you been in business?
3.5 years. We have some kids who started with us as little junior ninjas and have even gone so far as to go to the world competition in Vegas. We have a lot of kids here who are working on supplementing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and they're using this to help develop those core muscle groups that they need to work on. And we also have kids who are here just for their weekly fitness and supplementing potentially other sports they do.
I could imagine if you're a soccer player or any number of sports, the upper body strength comes into play, the speed, the agility, looking at all of the different activities, it sort of hits all body parts, right? From your fingertips,
absolutely,
shoulders, feet, toes, and so on.
Grip strength's a huge thing, and all of our obstacles move, so 360 degrees are covered of muscles.
How many franchises are in this area, do you think?
So we have a decent amount in New England. I think there are 19 total throughout the country, and potentially up to over 30 coming in the next year. So I was very excited to be one of the first, and hopefully now that this COVID thing is getting a little bit smoother to deal with, we're hoping to be able to open more in the future.
Can you tell me about how somebody signs up?
We generally have a coach or somebody else reach out to the parent to talk through what their child's abilities are, what their child's age is, and figure out the best class for that child. We then roll admissions monthly, so they can start any time, and we would prorate the first month, and then they can just roll month over month, and they can take breaks when they need to if they have a busy schedule. So we have kids coming year-round for classes. Each kid in their own class, they're working at their own level. We actually have a whole leveling system. The kids are working on capturing their skill set on 22 different items in here, and we actually test them on at least one item every week to see their skills develop over time. Every other element in here has a similar level associated with it, and once those kids have achieved at least level 1, then they get their yellow shirt and we start talking to them about the next class options.
Yeah. I would imagine once the kid starts, they're kind of hooked.
Most of them are, yeah. We always say that we wait to bill until their first class just to make sure they love it, and about 99% love it.
If you want to watch the full Merchant of the Month video, including a full tour of the gym, you can do so by going down to the link below. Body and Brain Riverwalk teaches practical techniques and offers programs to help you care for your physical health, emotional well-being, and spiritual satisfaction. Body and Brain will be holding an event featuring the film Love Heals, which is based on the book Water Up, Fire Down. This film refers to having a balanced energy flow in your body. When you have that flow, you enjoy your life with a clear mind, open heart, and more power.
Body and Brain was actually founded by Ilchi Lee. He was Korean, and there are over 100 studios here in the United States, and there's probably over 300 in Korea, and we are international, so it's many other countries. Body and Brain is a different style of yoga. We're called Body and Brain because we're trying to help people connect their body and their brain. Most of us, our bodies are always here in the present moment, but typically our mind is everywhere. You know, we're worrying about what's going to happen in the future, or our mind is back into the past and maybe something that happened in our life, maybe even yesterday. So our our style of yoga is to help people connect their body and their brain and just bring them together and be in this present moment. So we offer in-studio classes 7 days a week. We also join with 3 other studios in the Boston area, and we have a huge online class schedule too. We offer many workshops. People come here even for private sessions. And we like to feel like body and brain is actually for everybody. You know, people could sit in a chair and take a yoga class here, or, you know, the advanced even yoga practitioner can learn how to deeply connect to themselves better. So the Love Heals film is a documentary, and it was created actually out in Arizona. And some of it is, in the film, it actually helps people to see how they can heal by connecting to themselves. And like I just described, that's part of what this practice is about, helping people connect to themselves. And then they can help to heal both their physical condition, and a lot of times it's their emotional condition. And sometimes what happens in the body is, think of the word disease. So what is it? Dis-ease. So sometimes we help facilitate illness by our mind's condition, or our emotional condition. So by coming into our body more, and that's what the Love Heals documentary will show, then people can recognize what is inside that I need to heal. And so we always say we have to do it from a loving place. A lot of us judge ourselves a lot. We're hard on ourselves. And so then we want to run away almost. So hopefully through the film, through the documentary, people see the process of really accepting ourselves the way we are. And when we can truly accept ourselves, we have a much greater opportunity to heal whatever it is that needs healed. You can go on to our Facebook page or on any of our social media platforms. And there's actually a link there. Or you could call the yoga studio if you're interested in joining their activity that evening, and we can send you a link to purchase a ticket. So the ticket is $20. It includes the film, it includes the presentation ahead of time, and light refreshments afterwards. So we're really hoping that our goal is always to reach out into the community. And that, I think, is why this project was put together, was how can we reach more people with the benefits of our practice here? And so that's, I think, why Ilchi Lee created this event. The film Love Heals is based around one of Ilchi Lee's latest books called Water Up, Fire Down. And maybe you're wondering, what the heck is water up, fire down? So it means that we need to have a cool head and a warm belly. And most of us, when we're stressed, we're actually the opposite. Our heads are hot because we're thinking, overthinking, and then the belly is cold. And so then we have lots of different types of symptoms that go along with that. So when COVID came along, Ilchi Lee thought, how can I help humanity through this crisis? And so that's how this book actually came out. And so even in our classes, the structure of our class incorporates helping people to get into this right flow of energy of water up and fire down. And I want you to all remember through the film, the underlying statement is, if you can feel it, then you can heal it.
The Love Heals film will be premiering May 19th at the North Andover Historical Society Wardern Theater at 6 p.m. It will feature a screening of the film, light refreshments, and a complimentary class. Have you ever thought about raising monarch butterflies in your dining room? Well, Kathy Slade, amateur monarch butterfly enthusiast, has. The North Andover Garden Club recently featured a presentation by Kathy, who gave all the tips and tricks about how you can raise monarch butterflies in your own home.
Today we have a presentation by Kathy Slade called Adventures Raising Monarchs, and I will let her tell you more about that, but there's a big trend in garden clubs to plant native plants and create natural habitats to encourage more pollinators and butterflies and insects.
I'm going to talk about how I got involved in raising monarchs and how people can do it themselves, either help just support them in the wild or bring them in and help raise them indoors. And also talk about the entire process from egg to caterpillar to butterfly. It's all completely fascinating, from finding the babies or the tiny eggs and watching them develop as they go through each stage of molting and growing, and then when they transition into the chrysalis, and then when they transition into the butterfly. Each stage is amazing, and the difference between the caterpillar and the butterfly, there are no parts that are the same, and when they're in the chrysalis, they're just like a goo. How they do it, don't know. It's just fascinating to me. The first step, the most important critical thing, is to have milkweed. Monarch caterpillars only eat milkweed. There are many varieties of it, they're native types, but that's the first critical stage in supporting the population of monarchs. If people want to learn more, there's some great resources. There's a local woman, Katie Banks-Hone, who's in Ipswich, and she has a website, themonarchgardener.com. Wonderful resource for native plants, including milkweed, but also other nectar plants. Monarchwatch.org is a great resource. That's a website, and they're dedicated to monarch education, conservation, and research. And then for people that are on Facebook, there's a group called The Beautiful Monarch that has very knowledgeable members, and they have very informative resource files.
We have a program on May 10th called Your Body in the Garden, which is something new that we've never done before. It's more about physical modifications and ergonomic tools to help us deal with the physical exertions of gardening. And we also have our big fundraiser for the year that provides funds for all we do. It's our plant sale on June 5th at the North Andover Middle School. The members donate about 1,000 plants, and it's a really great event. We have about 56 members, and our season runs from September through June, even though we do some maintenance type work in the summer. We do a lot of services to the community. We provide a $1,500 scholarship for a high school senior. And it's great timing because it's due on May 1st, and the application can be found on our website, northandovergardenclub.com. But the other things we do, we host several programs a year like the one today that are mostly open to the public. You can also find those on our website. We have a civic beautification committee that plants containers around town, maintains the gardens at Town Hall, and tends to the garden beds at the Parson Barnett House, and we clean up the Patriots Memorial Park by the library. We have a garden therapy group for residents at senior living facilities and the North Andover Senior Center. And our members provide a fresh flower arrangement weekly to the library. We decorate wreaths at Christmas for the town buildings. And we also have some fun doing a few socials, garden tours, and member workshops.
Here at the Journal, we are always on the lookout for a great North Andover news story or even a fresh new idea for a show, feature, or segment. So if you have any ideas or exciting news, please let me know by emailing me at the link below. We want to take a moment to shout out our sponsors that air the Journal every day. If you ever find yourself hungry for a great meal, visit any of these locations and watch the Journal on their TVs as you enjoy some fine, local North Andover food. Thanks again for joining us, and from all of us here at the Journal, I'm your host, Gabby Griffiths, and thanks for watching.